Happening right now, a rental car shortage, and lately certainly we've seen long lines at the rental car center there at McCarran Airport. And also, when you do finally get a car, well, it's going to cost you. Thanks for staying with us here for 13 Action News live at 6:30. I'm Todd Quinones.
And I'm Trisha Keene. 13 Action News anchor Ross DiMattei joins us live now to explain what's causing this rental car shortage. Ross.
Yeah, Trisha and Todd, good evening. I spoke with an industry expert earlier today who's been in the business now for 11 years. He told me he has never seen a shortage like this. He told me that at the beginning of this pandemic, a lot of these car rental companies were struggling to survive. So on average, they sold off between 30 and 40% of all of their vehicles. And now as they try to refill those fleets, it's taking a toll on tourists.
At first, they didn't have no cars.
Shaniqua Long landed in Las Vegas today with her rental car already confirmed, only to find out there weren't any available.
They said they didn't have any cars, and I had already paid for it.
She says her rental car company offered her a pickup truck instead and forced her to pay more money to cover the cost.
Very frustrating, yes, yeah. Because it should have been straight up, right away from the jump. It should have been, I paid for it already, so it didn't make sense.
We're definitely seeing a huge shortage. We're calling it the car rental apocalypse.
Jonathan Weinberg runs a website designed to help you find discounts on car rentals. He says there is a severe shortage in cities all across the country.
We first noticed an issue President's Day, Valentine's Day weekends. We just saw huge demand in areas like Florida and Phoenix and Las Vegas. It was a pretty severe shortage. We were having difficulty finding vehicles for customers. And we thought that was kind of a blip, but as it turned out, the next few weeks, we saw the same issues. It actually got worse in Vegas.
Now, Weinberg says these companies are trying to replenish the rentals they sold off. But he warns it's going to take some time.
I think it's going to take a while. The big issue right now is that there just aren't enough vehicles to go around. Both new and used car pricing are at historic highs. A lot of the car manufacturers had to shut down production early in COVID, and that kind of put them behind in terms of production capacity. And Weinberg's best piece of advice is to book your car rental as far in advance as possible. He says if you try to do it 2 weeks or even earlier, you run the risk of not getting a car rental at all. And if you give yourself at least 3 to 4 weeks, he says inventory shouldn't be an issue, but just be prepared to pay a little more than you're used to. We're live off the Las Vegas Strip tonight. Ross DiMattei, 13 Action News.
Ross, thank you. Well,